Welcome to Manifest Beyond Limits, the podcast that helps you break free from fear and self-doubt so you can create a life filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment. I'm your host, DaNajah, manifestation coach, speaker, and believer in limitless possibility. Each week, we'll dive into the mindset shifts, energetic principles, and manifestation tools that help you step into your power and design a reality that truly lights you up. Because here, we believe there are no limits, and anything is possible. You ready? Let's manifest beyond limits. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Manifest Beyond Limits podcast. I am so excited to be here with you today. I've probably listened to over 10,000 hours of podcasts over the last 5 years and always envisioned one day having my own show. So to finally be launching my own podcast feels so surreal. So for today's episode, I really want to dive into my story. Who is DaNajah? Why I started this podcast? And what you can expect going forward. So if you're new to my world, my name is DaNajah. I am a 27-year-old manifestation coach and motivational speaker who spent the last 5 years as an accountant. I'm originally from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I currently live in Costa Rica. That's really the short version of my life, but of course, there's so much more behind it. You might be wondering, how did you go from being an accountant, living in North Carolina, to being a manifestation coach, living in Costa Rica? Well, personal growth and development have always been a big part of my life. I grew up with a love for reading and have been into self-help books since middle school. And the first self-help book I ever read was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. But for most of my life, that's all I thought it was. A personal hobby and interest. I never realized that my love for learning and growth could actually be my purpose. So like many of us, I did what we're told to do, what we're supposed to do. Go to college, get a good job, work your way up the corporate ladder, retire in 45 years, and then live your life. But I knew about a month into working full-time that this wasn't what I wanted to do for the next 45 years. I didn't know exactly what else I wanted, but I knew it wasn't that. I grew up around lots of entrepreneurs, my dad, my cousin, and several family and friends. So I was very familiar with the idea of entrepreneurship and always knew I wanted to have my own business one day. But I always assumed that would be much later in life, maybe after working 10 or 15 years in corporate. Yet here I was, only a month into my career, having what I jokingly call a midlife crisis at the age of 21. So from that moment, I dove into more than a dozen different side hustles, trying desperately to find the one, from a dog mom t-shirt business, to a cleaning business, to even a bookkeeping business. I figured, hey, I may not want to work in corporate, but I should at least utilize the skills from my finance degree, right? But none of those things lasted more than 6 months to a year. I realized I was chasing external factors like money and success, chasing what seemed to work for others, instead of asking myself what I truly desired. And after some deep reflection and soul searching, I got really honest with myself about what I truly wanted. There was this burning fire inside of me that I had been ignoring for so long, telling myself I needed more money, more experience, more time, more education. But I realized the thing I'd always been most passionate about, what I loved learning and talking about for years, was mindset and manifestation. And deep down, I wanted to teach these concepts, to inspire people, to help them change their lives, to show them that anything is possible when you believe in yourself. So one day during meditation, I had a vision of myself stepping off a ledge, and it really scared me. I immediately opened my eyes in fear. But after calming down and reflecting for a few minutes, I realized it wasn't meant to be a scary sign. It was symbolic. That ledge represented me taking the leap and stepping into the life that truly lights me up. The thing that makes me excited to wake up in the morning. The thing I'd work on at 3 a.m. on a Saturday just because I love it. Shortly after that vision, I started my manifestation page on Instagram. And at first, it was just a faceless page sharing quotes and messages about manifestation. But I realized I was hiding behind fear. Fear of being seen. Fear of being judged. So I decided to step into my power. And I switched from a faceless account to a face-forward account and booked my first business photo shoot. And then I asked myself, where else am I playing small? And that question changed everything. I realized what I truly desired wasn't just to coach, but to travel the world and live my dream life while doing it. I thought, how can I tell others to let go of fear, go after their dreams, and believe in the impossible if I'm still playing it safe? I knew I needed to embody what I teach. For 3 years prior, I had a recurring vision of myself sitting on a beach on my birthday in a tropical destination, feeling completely free, knowing I was working for myself and living my dream life. So I made a promise to myself that I wasn't going to let another birthday go by without living that dream. So 2 months later, I resigned from my job and moved to Costa Rica. Looking back, it was and still is one of the craziest things I've ever done. To quit my job, let go of stability, and move to a country I had never been to. To the outside world, it looked absolutely insane, but my intuition was guiding me toward a greater calling. And yes, fear crept in, but I asked myself, what's the worst that could happen? And listed it all out. And then I flipped it. What's the best that could happen? What if I look back one day and realize this was the decision that changed the entire trajectory of my life? Because for me, my biggest fear isn't failure. It's reaching the end of my life with regrets and what ifs. And that's why I launched my brand, Manifest Beyond Limits, to help people let go of fear and doubt, to step into their limitless potential, and to go after the life they truly desire. To remind you that there are no limits, that the possibilities are endless for what you can do, be, and have in this world. To have faith in the messy middle, to trust and surrender to the process, and to find comfort in the unknown. You don't have to see the whole roadmap, because there's a higher power, God, universe, source, creator, whatever you connect with, guiding and supporting you every step of the way. You are never truly alone, but you have to trust the unfolding of your journey and know that even the unseen moments are filled with magic and miracles. I've listened to podcasts almost every day for the last 5 years, and they really carried me through some of the toughest seasons of my life. Moments when I needed motivation, hope, or a reminder not to give up on my dreams. And that's what I want this show to be for you. That voice in your ear reminding you that you're not alone, that your dreams are valid, that it's okay to want more. These last 6 months of my life have come with so many challenges and ups and downs, but I've grown and evolved so much, and I know there's still so much more waiting to unfold. So when I say beyond limits, it means not putting yourself in a box that society labels for you. It means creating and manifesting your most fulfilled and abundant life, whatever that looks like for you. For one person, that might be a peaceful home on a farm. For another, it's a mansion with luxury cars. For one, a dream career. For another, building a business or being a stay-at-home mom. Manifestation isn't just for one kind of person or life. It's about creating your kind of life, the one that feels most aligned, authentic, and fulfilling for you. So each week on the podcast, we're going to dive into different mindset and manifestation concepts, breaking them down to simple, practical ways. We'll explore everything from spirituality and faith to neuroscience and the subconscious mind, to quantum physics, the quantum field, universal laws, nervous system regulation, mindset, goals, dreams, and so much more. So if you're ready to uplevel your life and manifest a reality beyond your wildest dreams, stay tuned. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of Manifest Beyond Limits. I hope you're leaving feeling inspired, empowered, and ready to take aligned action toward your next level. If this episode spoke to your heart, it would mean the world if you shared it with someone who needs to hear it, or left a quick review to help more beautiful souls find this space. And if you'd like to stay connected, you can find me on Instagram at Manifest Beyond Limits, or visit manifestbeyondlimits.com to dive deeper into my world. And remember, you are powerful, you are supported, and there are no limits to what you can create. With that being said, go out there and manifest a life that's truly beyond limits.